How did Pan Am go from icon to extinct? Pan American Airways formation was a meticulously calculated strategy shaped by the looming influence of German-owned SCADA in Central America. This concern ignited the vision of U.S. Army Air Corps officers Henry Hap Arnold, Carl Spaatz, and John Jouett, who saw the need for a powerful American presence in the skies. This vision materialized in the shell company Pan American Airways, founded as a shell company on March 14, 1927, as a bulwark against potential German aerial threats to the Panama Canal. The timing was critical. With SCADA pressing for landing rights in the Panama Canal zone, the U.S. Post Office's call for bids to deliver mail to Havana became the perfect opportunity. Juan Trippi entered the race by forming the Aviation Corporation of the Americas, securing crucial landing rights in Cuba. As the bidding deadline loomed, an alliance was forged. Three aspiring companies merged, allowing Pan Am to triumph and begin operations to Havana on the 19th of October 1927. Supported by the U.S. government, Pan Am was designated as the chosen instrument for international routes. This backing gave it an unrivaled monopoly, setting sights on expanding through Central and South America. As Trippi's ambitions soared, so did Pan Am's dominance, laying the groundwork for its next audacious venture, crossing oceans and continents. Under Juan Tripp's strategic vision, Pan Am was on a mission to dominate the skies. Through a calculated series of acquisitions and alliances, Tripp secured key routes across Central and South America. These moves not only bolstered Pan Am's presence, but effectively edged out rivals, cementing a near monopolistic hold on U.S. international routes. By the 1930s, Pan Am had transformed from a modest airmail service into a pioneering force in global aviation. Tripp's ambition didn't stop at continental boundaries. With a fleet of newly acquired flying boats, the airline set its sights on conquering transatlantic and trans-Pacific skies. Each new route mapped a path towards a future where air travel connected the world, far beyond the reach of its competitors. Pan Am's innovations led the airline industry into the jet age, with advancements like the Boeing 707. The modern jetliners expanded its capacity to fly passengers further, faster, and with unprecedented luxury. As the flagship terminal, the Worldport at John F. Kennedy International Airport became a symbol of this era, where innovation met opulence. Yet beneath the surface of Pan Am's soaring success, the seeds of future challenges were already sown. As new competitors emerged and regulations shifted, the airline's golden age would soon face its first true test. As the calendar turned to 1958, Pan Am unveiled an aircraft that changed everything: the Boeing 707. This was not just a new plane, it was the dawn of the jet age. The 707's speed and efficiency redefined air travel, slashing journey times and making distant corners of the globe more accessible than ever before. Pan Am's Blue Globe logo, the blue meatball, quickly became a symbol of innovation and luxury in the skies. With the 707, Pan Am set a new standard for international air travel, offering unprecedented levels of comfort and service. Its introduction marked a pivotal shift from propeller-driven planes to jets, allowing the airline to transport larger numbers of passengers across vast distances with fewer stops, setting it apart from competitors. Worldport, Pan Am's flagship terminal at JFK Airport, became the bustling hub of this new era, serving as a gateway to the world. Yet even as Pan Am soared to new heights, the seeds of its future challenges were sprouting. New competitors and shifting regulations loomed on the horizon, threatening to disrupt its reign. As it embraced the broader skies, the very success that propelled Pan Am into the jet age would soon bring it face to face with the turbulence of an evolving industry. The golden age of Pan Am, reaching its pinnacle in the 1960s and 70s, was a spectacle of opulence and innovation. With its Blue Globe logo, affectionately dubbed the Blue Meatball, Pan Am became an emblem of luxury, its name synonymous with the glamour of air travel. The airline's flagship terminal, the Worldport at JFK International Airport, was more than just an architectural marvel. It was a gateway to the world, a symbol of modernity and cultural sophistication. Pan Am's fleet boasted the cutting-edge Boeing 707 and the iconic Boeing 747, its cabins filled with meticulously trained staff and unprecedented in-flight amenities. This was an era when air travel was an event, not just a means of transportation. In 1970 alone, Pan Am carried 11 million passengers to destinations across 86 countries, making it the unofficial national carrier of the United States. Yet, beneath this veneer of perfection, cracks were beginning to form. The airline that had once dominated international skies now faced an array of mounting challenges. As the world shifted beneath its wings, Pan Am's legacy was threatened by an industry undergoing dramatic change. But as the mid-1970s rolled in, the skies began to darken for Pan Am. The airline that had once embodied the pinnacle of luxury and innovation now found itself grappling with escalating challenges. The global oil crisis sent fuel prices skyrocketing, squeezing margins and forcing the airline to rethink its expansive operations. At the same time, the deregulation of the American airline industry in 1978 shattered Pan Am's near monopoly on international routes. Suddenly, the field was wide open, and new competitors, nimble and unburdened by the same legacy costs, began to nip at Pan Am's heels. Internally, Pan Am struggled with an aging fleet and mounting debt, products of its prior rapid expansion. The airline attempted to respond with financial restructuring and rebranding, seeking ways to regain its footing in a transformed marketplace. But the efforts seemed to fall short, like a plane unable to regain altitude after a sudden descent. Each attempt at innovation and change was met with the harsh realities of a rapidly evolving industry landscape, one that no longer favored the once dominant icon. As Pan Am grappled with these turbulent skies, a pivotal decision loomed, a decision that might determine if the airline could soar once more or if its journey was nearing an inexorable end. In the 1980s, Pan Am embarked on a desperate struggle to reclaim its former glory amidst fierce headwinds. The once mighty airline, renowned for its pioneering spirit and luxurious service, found itself caught in a whirlwind of financial turmoil. Rising competition, especially following the deregulation of the airline industry in 1978, pummeled its dominance, and restructuring became a painful necessity. To navigate these treacherous skies, Pan Am attempted multiple restructurings, hoping to lighten its burdened wings. Asset sales became the lifeline, shedding valuable pieces to stay aloft as pressure mounted from leaner, more agile competitors. Their iconic fleet, once the pride of the skies, began to shrink, and the storied routes that once spanned the globe were gradually curtailed. Despite these efforts, the financial strain proved relentless. The very innovations that had once set Pan Am apart now seemed relics of a bygone era. Each restructuring plan seemed only to delay the inevitable, a temporary reprieve in an irreversible descent. As the 1980s drew to a close, the once eternal blue globe of Pan Am flickered like a candle in the wind. The airline stood on the precipice, its future hanging by a thread. Yet, in the midst of this turmoil, an unforeseen event would soon add another layer of complexity and peril to Pan Am's fraught journey. As the clock ticked towards an uncertain future, Pan Am's struggles intensified. Despite relentless efforts to restructure and revitalize, the airline couldn't escape the mounting pressures. The deregulation of the airline industry in 1978 unleashed a competitive storm that Pan Am, with its costly international infrastructure, struggled to weather. Rivals soared by embracing new, nimble business models, while Pan Am's grandeur became a heavy anchor, dragging it down. The 1980s were marked by desperate attempts to stay aloft. Pan Am sold off prized assets, including its iconic Worldport terminal at JFK. These measures offered temporary reprieve, but couldn't stave off the inevitable. By the dawn of the 1990s, the financial turbulence was insurmountable. On December 4, 1991, Pan Am ceased operations, bringing a close to its storied journey across the skies. Pan Am's fall was more than just a corporate collapse. It was the end of an era. An icon that once symbolized American innovation and luxury in air travel was grounded forever. Yet its legacy remains etched in the annals of aviation history. As we look back, we ask, could Pan Am's fate have been different, or was it always destined to be a fallen giant?